You just want to sign in here.
Oh, yes.
See you guys.
They can be no notebook, you know, the dishes,
Oh, to.
Easier.
Oh, it is live. Yeah. There we go.
I'm right here.
New silence.
No.
Blue? Yeah, that's better.
Testing.
I guess can the folks online still hear?
Sure. I'll check. Oh, the screen is on. She can hear. Oh, wait.
Good afternoon. It's 4:01. I call this meeting of the Baltimore City Board of Elections Board. June meeting to order. We do have a quorum. We're anticipating 2 members to call in. We do have members to start the meeting. In addition, you have the agenda. I would ask agenda to see if there's any additions. Any additions to the agenda?
Yes, under President's remarks, I would like to make a modification pursuant to Robert Rules of Order for a minority report to be stylized as Vice President's comments. And that's it.
Any other additions? Any other additions? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Those opposed have a right. Ayes have it. Minutes of May 15th.
These are the ones with the recommended.
So you're the new meeting rule basically requires us to post minutes 48 hours. So your request came in within 48 hours of that of this meeting. So Abigail had already posted those online. But we could amend them in the future, or
You can still change them. Just you need to do it at this open meeting.
Hold on, within 48 hours of this meeting?
Correct. Beforehand.
But what about email that was sent on June 10th or whatnot? Asking for the changes?
I got it on Monday or whatever. I don't know.
It was last Monday.
That was last Monday.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we can make basically. I wanted to make the change today, and it was within 48 hours, so we can accept them with that paragraph taken out.
Okay.
We can make a motion to take out the paragraph here. So I move we take out the paragraph where the Vice President referenced Mr. Jones. So I move that we accept the minutes with the exclusion of that paragraph.
I get a second.
Second.
As we probably moved in second that we adjust the minutes, approve the minutes with the corrections from Vice President in reference to any unreadiness, All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those have a right. The ayes have it. Pass. Thank you.
And then we did folks on the phone vote? Or are they outside?
I don't have anyone yet. Maria's on the phone?
Okay, so I'm counting Maria and Hope is absent for that vote.
Yes. I haven't heard from Hope. President's remarks. On behalf of the board, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all visitors attending this. On behalf of the board, I'd like to thank the staff for helping us comply with the new state law 2-208 on the open meeting agenda live video streaming effective June 2025. As a reminder, State Board of Election Director was going to attend but had to cancel due to a scheduled conflict. As a reminder to the board, your records in your packet is a letter copied to me from the Baltimore Votes Coalition for your review. As a reminder, we have a mandatory in-person state ethics training will take place here at the board in our June, July meeting. That's the comments of the president.
It's on July 17th, right? I think it's July 17th for the ethics.
Yes, July 17th in person. They'll be coming in. And you said you had a comment?
Actually, just advised that we should save that for a closed session. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Could we note for the record, the number of organizations and people that this letter was sent on behalf of?
If you wish to make a motion to add that in the minutes,
I move that we note the organizations and individuals that the letter represents.
second,
Oh, second. Yes.
as a probably moving second that we add in the minutes, associations that signed off the letter on the letter that any unreadiness, any unreadiness, any unreadiness. Seeing that, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying
Uh,
aye. Have a right. Motion passed. At this time, I'd just like to take a couple minutes to visit to introduce themselves. We can go around the offices. Yes.
Jocelyn Martin, women voters and League of Women Voters and Baltimore Votes. Palmer Judge. My name is Susan Talbot. I'm a member of the League of Women Voters. Baltimore Women's Giving Circle. I'm Emily O'Killo, I'm a reporter with the Baltimore Paper.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Swanson. I'm a board member with Baltimore Post. I'm here to support coalition voters.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James McLaughlin.
Will speak it.
Only former president of the Greater Remington Improvement Association.
I'm Steve McKeon. I work at Baltimore Post. I'm here to support the letter and election judge voter.
Howell Sauer. I am.
Thank you. I'd just like to note for the minutes that Hope Williams, board member, has joined us. Can you hear us?
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Hope Williams. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Mr. President, should I include Hope in the last vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Acting Director's Report. You should have a copy in your folder.
In your folder. And there's really, there's been a pretty we did hire 4 new individuals. We're starting next week. One is starting in August. We conducted a full staff meeting last week and we shared ideas and discussed issues and reviewed our employee handbook. And then we held an open forum for employees to express whatever was on their mind. And they did. They were very receptive to what they had to say. And Luce and I will work on it. We have in our department meeting this week, we discussed who was going to be new employee supervisors, and it made went around the office with certain employees. We made a new position. She is going to be working on standard operating procedures for the office for every department, so we can cross train. We are supervisors beginning this week. So we do in July. The meeting with each employee and discussing their PEPs, gathering self-assessments and comments. And after they review them and sign them, they're going to a sign off on them, and we will send them to HR. We did have an inspection from OSHA in our warehouse. We're waiting for the final report to come in. It's 8 to 10 weeks. We are going to have inspections with Homeland Security for what's going on with security of the warehouse and office, make sure everything is up to par. Regular registration and um, mental health and hygiene reports, jury lists, all of the daily work is up to date. We are scanning our voter authority cards into our voter system. We are about halfway through that. It takes a long time because they're very thin, the voter authority cards. They have to put them on paper and tape them and then scan them. It takes a little elbow grease to get it done. Polling place contracts are going out this week and next week. We are not anticipating moving any of the drop boxes except for 2 that are stationed at our 2 early voting sites that are going to be moving. We're not going to be at Fair and Baybrook anymore. We went out today and we visited Middle Branch Fitness and Wellness Center on Reed Road Avenue. Once the paperwork is finished, we're going to bring it from the board and we're going to be moving it there. And also returning back to the University of Maryland at the engagement center. That's my report. Any questions?
Yes, will we be presented with the assessment reports that accompany, that are completed by staff when assessing a polling place?
Not for the polling place, you'll be for the early voting sites, yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
yes, because you have to vote on the early voting
Yes, ma'am.
sites.
It was for the early vote.
Any other questions of the acting director? Any other questions?
No, thanks for me. Thank you very much, Ms. again.
Probably hung up. Yep.
Great. Okay. Any other comments? No other comments? Thank you.
I'll just say I'm
Yes.
eagerly awaiting the results of that OSHA study. I think obviously the safety of our employees is a major concern for me, and if, that report comes back with anything concerning, I want to make sure that we're taking action on that.
Did you have the heat on so they can get the smell of gas?
What's the anticipated time for that report?
8 to 10 weeks.
Okay. If there are no other questions, we appreciate the report. We had 2 new people join us. We'd like to get your name, and we have a sign-in sheet.
Good afternoon, everyone. Natasha Murphy and
Hello, everyone. My name is Nike Robinson, Black Photographers. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Oak.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Report from the Assistant Attorney General. Yeah, Attorney General.
Thank you, Mr. President. The only thing I have to report is that the Open Meeting Compliance Board reached a decision on the complaints that were filed against us and 16 other local boards related to cannabis minutes and found that there was no violation. If you have any further questions about that, feel free to follow up with me one-on-one. That's all I have for now.
Alrighty. I just want the board to know, once we get ready to go into executive session, attorney representative will will not be a part of that, sitting in on those conversations.
Thomas, you mean?
Correct.
Yeah, Thomas. Any old business come before the board?
I just had a question about this letter here. So,
Which letter?
the letter from Baltimore Votes. If we are able to respond.
No, I've talked to legal counsel about that letter.
Okay.
And I thought I spoke to you about that
Okay.
letter. And it's not a letter you have it in the packets. It's not a letter we will.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
One, it's a letter.
We can speak one-on-one just to preserve privilege.
Okay. Respectfully, of course, if we have individuals, organizations, people, period, will voice in any matter, we should, we owe them at least a response, whether we agree or disagree with them.
I did speak to the person who sent the letter to me, and she has my response and my rationale why. Any other old business come before the board?
Do we have a official response? So we have just as we might have, case in point, when we, and this is not to speak on that issue, just to reference it. When the, Republican Central Committee wrote a vague letter concerning the McAfee issue, not to speak on McAfee issue. Um, we knew what the topic was, we addressed it, whether we clearly disagreed with it. We should just say, give an official response saying, hey, you know, we don't agree. And these are the reasons, just an official response, sir.
Well, it's not that we don't agree, we disagree with the letter. I spoke to the young lady, Missy, who sent it to me, and I called her. We spoke about it. Gave her rationale why we would not be addressing it in this way. That's after consultation with legal counsel and on the state board of elections.
Oh, legal counsel can say whatever they want. I would, you know, legal counsel represents us. And if we were to say,
You're free to reject my advice.
there we go. That's the best way to put it. Respectfully, of course. But I think that take their concerns into consideration. State, again, I understand you spoke to Miss D, what's her last name? Miss, what's her last name? McKeon. Okay, I ain't gonna remember that. I don't remember that. There you go. Because this is probably the smartest man I know. Anyways, yeah, just a official response, and I understand,
Yeah.
whatever. That's it. That's
I just want to make sure that we were discussing in the open. We got this letter.
Mhm.
The content is things that I don't want to comment on the letter here, but it's things that we can consider on the legal counsel's advice that we not respond formally to it, but it's received.
Is provide a response saying short and simple, your comments have been received. We thank you. We'll take your concerns into consideration. The end. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I get that you responded personally, but official response is always going to anybody.
I will take your recommendation and advice. And let's move forward. Any other old business come before the board? Any other old business to come before? Any new business? Come before the board?
Nothing from me, thank you.
Wow.
Yourself.
I hope you didn't get it.
Right, and no other new business coming for the board? Next meeting date, will be Thursday, July the 17th. Again, we will also have the training, ethics training by the State Board of Elections personnel. It's all we have.
Not yet. We have to do the motion first.
Do we have extra copies of the agenda or well, we can't say minutes because we just amended those to provide to everyone? Okay. Great. And this is yours, sir. Go ahead.
What were you waiting on, Tony?
Oh, I was just telling them not to stop the live. stream,
Oh, I
so
thought
we
you
do
said,
the motion to go on.
commission.
Sponsored by Baltimore.
Yeah, something had popped up on the screen, so I just put some attention to it.
Okay, I now propose that the board enter closed session under closed session 3-05B1 of the Meetings Act. The closed session is concerns confidential personnel matters. The board will discuss individual applicants' position of director. We are closing the meeting to protect the property of applicants and the confidentiality of hiring process as required by state law. The board will not return to open session after this closed session. May I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
It's been properly moved that we're going to executive session. Are there any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, have a right.
Don't hang up.
Thank you.
Do you
Yes.
stay in the office or go home?
It's raining terribly.
We're gonna be here for a little while.
I was also gonna
We'd like to thank everyone for
Yeah,
coming.
thank you for coming.
coming up the highway and it was like thunder or lightning right over top of the car. I was like, I'm praying that didn't hit it. Yeah, it felt like it did. Yes.
How are you?
Oh, yes, last night was really